Hello everybody and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Wednesday the 24th of July 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, we have got a banger in store for us today. We are back to the old days, how it used to be. We've got Satoshi and the Bitcoin Tramp having a little chat, having a catch up, because it has been years since we've done this. So let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1,000,000 strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Here we go, rock and roll. Tramp, mate, how's it going?
Mate, I'm absolutely blinding, yeah, because my BSV's gone up so much. I just walked past the Lambo garage and thought to myself, you know what, I might have one of those Aventadors over there. I'll get it done in black, shiny metallic black. I was thinking get the wheels bigger, maybe tint the windows a bit. And, like life's great, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, mate, yeah, I did the same thing, mate, but I was looking at Ferraris. Went into the garage and I was just like, look, mate, there's no sunroof. Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing trying to sell me a car without a sunroof? This is bullshit. So I just walked on by and got back into my own car and drove off again. I said you can keep your Ferrari, mate. It's a load of crap. I've got a sunroof.
Yeah. Good to catch up, Toshi. I mean, I just thought it'd be nice to have a chat because it's apparent that a lot of BSV people now have opposing views after the court case and all that sort of stuff. And I thought it'd be nice to have a catch up with someone who's still bumming Craig Wright, despite his atrocious displays in court. I mean, I'm not being funny, bruv. Did you not watch the court case?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, I watched it all the time.
And how was your reaction when he started going on about ice cream vans and ninja suits? Were you thinking, this is it, this is where I go to the moon? Or were you thinking, shut up, you prat, stop throwing my money in the bin? Because I was thinking the second one.
Well, it was just a little bit of historical significance. But you've got to remember, Craig is genuinely Asperger's and he knows he's not the best in social situations. And so he was just, telling them what he knew. And then his sister backed him up. You get a lot of these people that are on the spectrum that can't really communicate, but they have special skills like playing a musical instrument and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I think he spoke quite a lot in the court case. I don't think he's got problems with his communication, Toshi. I think he's got problems with convincing a judge that he's Satoshi Nakamoto because he hasn't got a hope in hell of doing it. You ain't going to do that through ninja suits, are you? You're not though, are you? I'm Satoshi because my mate over there, you see that happy-go-lucky little twat over there? Well, he's got an ice cream van made out of Lego. Mate, honestly, if I was the one who put the money up and they said that in court, right, I'd grab him by the scruff of the neck, I'd throw him up against the wall, yeah, and I don't know what would happen after that, but it wouldn't be pretty, mate. Right, I'd be fuming if I'd put up the money for that court case and someone done that. Asperger's or no Asperger's, mate. It was a shambles, Toshi. Really, in my opinion, anyway. But I respect your opinion, man. Like, if you honestly think that was a good display in court and you're going to blame it on his Asperger's, fair enough. But I just thought it was an absolute shambles. I felt sorry for whoever's put the money up to pay for it all, because if that's what they spent all of those millions on to get that, I'm just like, unbelievable.
Well, the thing is, we're dealing with billionaires, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Both Craig and Calvin are billionaires. I
reckon Calvin is, but I don't think Craig is. Now his money's been frozen. I think that'd be a bit hard, wouldn't it?
No. Craig has got hundreds of billions.
What in fiat? Yeah.
Not necessarily in fiat, but why would you have hundreds of billions in fiat? Even like Elon Musk, they have. Yeah, but it's sitting in the bank, being eroded away by inflation. Usually billionaires have got maybe 10, 20 billion in the bank, but the rest of it will all be in kind of assets of some sort.
Yeah. Okay. So what does that include? Assets that go down by hundreds of percents? Does it that? Well behind their all-time high.
Well, if it went down by 100%, it'd be on zero, mate.
Well, no, look, at the end of the day, mate, it's what is it, 10% of the all-time high at the moment, yeah. So in terms of where his money is, no, it is interesting because if he's left it in BSV, then he's lost a lot of value in it. But I think he's got unsplit coins anyway, hasn't he? You'd, maybe, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
mate.
really.
It's all
And
well.
you know his finances better than me.
Well, I mean, again, I've got no evidence of this. I only know kind of what I've been, what has been divulged, as it were. But it makes sense when you look back and you look at the block reward, and then you sort of like see the amount of Bitcoin that's been mined over the amount of time, judging by the amount of hash rate that he's suspected to have it on it. Yeah, you can come up with a ballpark figure. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, he's definitely the right now. With BTC being what it is, $64,000 a coin, he is the richest man in the world by a long shot.
Yeah, but you can't access those BTC, can he?
Yeah, you can. Oh, wait, are you talking about the BTC that's in the Tulip Trust? Because I mean
I
that's
don't know. I don't know, mate. I mean, I don't know. I mean, all this stuff, mate. I'm as confused as Judge Miller and everyone else who saw the court case. No one knows what he's on about, do they? Really, where his money is, whether he's got access to 1 million Bitcoin or not. But he certainly didn't turn up with the keys, did he?
That's true. I mean, I think it would have been well. The thing is, though, you're looking at BTC that is now a over $1 trillion fraud. Due to SegWit and Taproot and child pays for parent and replaced by fee and all this bullshit that they've added to it. They've got complete control of it, so it's economically worthless. If people were to actually understand the technicals as to how Blockstream have taken control of it, securitized it, and made it worthless, well then you're exposing a $1 trillion fraud, which is massive. So no one is going to enjoy $1 trillion going up in smoke, which would have happened if Craig had proved himself. If he'd come out, signed, or just like dropped some evidence that would be undeniable that he was Satoshi Nakamoto, it would have been too dangerous. And
I don't think he hasn't got the ability to do it.
Mate, I could do it. I've got the evidence.
No, you couldn't, mate. No, he couldn't do it in court, and as a result, all the people that believed in him have been left with no money, basically, haven't they?
That is a tough one. I spoke to
now hold on. Let me say something else, Toshi. Right, yeah. All these people that believed in him and have been left with no money, and then they've also been schooled to not talk about the price. So before he knew he was going to fuck these people over, he's hypnotised them and convinced them and lent over these people to not talk about the price. And do you know what, Toshi? I want to apologise to yourself, because all those years ago when you used to talk about the price, mate, we should have just spoken about it. We should have just spoken about it, right, openly, and not been subject to, he doesn't want us to talk about the price, so we shouldn't talk about the price. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. We're talking about the price. That's how it is, right? That's all people care about. No, a few moments ago, Toshi, you want about the BTC and all that, yeah? Well, I think where BSV's got it wrong is the disrespect and disregard for social media. The numbers are poor, the media's poor, and that for me is the reason why any narrative gets out in crypto. Look at all these meme coins. These meme coins are getting out there based on numbers on social media, aren't they? The same with BTC. So I just want to hand it to BTC and say that their social media is leaps and bounds beyond something like BSV social media, and they've used that social media to pull, to basically get their narrative out, yeah. And you're saying about people understanding all this taproot and all this sort of stuff. No one cares. Not a single. There's about 20 people that care about Craig's lectures and Plato quotes. About 20 people in the world, right? The rest of those people, Toshi, they care about their money going up. That's it. Yeah. Obviously, in BSV, you're not allowed to mutter those words, right? But that's what's getting people excited about BTC, isn't it? Is that most of the people who have invested in it are worth more money now. Simple as that. And they don't want to understand all this technical stuff, mate. That's for people who have an intelligence complex or have a proper desire to understand all these transactions. But not many people do. Like the masses don't care, do they?
Well, yeah, but they will care if they're being defrauded, which is what has been done. That Bitcoin has been absolutely
yeah, but no,
mate.
Toshi, listen, right. In their heads, right. If you're one of these people, you've just seen Craig get bummed in court with zero to back himself up. You've just seen him get laughed out of court, right? So how on earth do you convince someone like that they're the fraud? No, you won't, because at the end of the day, Judge Mellor's just said that Craig is the one who's a fraud, and that as we stand at the moment, that's how it is. Craig's a laughing stock. He's a shambles, and you know something else, Toshi, right? I was watching that skinny run. I forget his name now. That Russian guy, Vitalik
Oh
Buterin,
yeah.
right?
Sorry, mate. He still makes me laugh whenever I think of him.
Mate,
Absolutely
he's all right,
fucking
mate.
hilarious.
He's all right, yeah. But he was slagging off. In a thing I was watching, I was revisiting some old stuff because I was thinking, well, I'm sure there were other people that slagged off Wrighty, but he hasn't had the bottle to go for him. And then someone said about Vitalik, and I looked at it last night, and doesn't he? He says, "Sue me, Craig." He says, "Sue me. You're not Satoshi Nakamoto. Sue me." But Craig didn't sue him. He sued what's that little clown's name? The little petty guy who thinks he's the dog's bollocks now. Hoddle Naught, right?
Oh yeah.
He sued Hoddle Naught, who's a nobody. He's just a little fucking runt of a man. You know, why pick on him? And he also done McCormack as well, right? Because of the well, people are saying because it looked like McCormack couldn't afford to sort of keep up with him in court. But why not go for Buterin, though? If you really thought you was, why not go for Buterin? And the answer I keep getting back is because Buterin could actually afford to go into court with someone like Craig, right, and actually have it in court with him. Whereas he thought that McCormack and Hoddle Naught couldn't. You know, and now he looks a bit like a bully, really, in many people's eyes as well, you know, for doing that when he could have just gone for Vitalik. But I just wonder why he bottled Vitalik Buterin, like, because you know, when I first, like, sort of met Craig and all that, the one thing I didn't think he was a bottle job, and the second thing I never thought he was a bully, you know. But why go for the little guys when you can go for the big guys?
Yeah, but has Craig ever called them out? Has Craig ever like started calling them names?
Well, yeah, he's done it to McCormack and Hoddle. You can see it from the
Well, yeah,
court.
but what names has he called them?
Mate, it's not necessarily the names; it's the disrespectful things that he said about them, and it taking them down. We're going to do you and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, but he only said that after they were like calling him a liar and a fraud and all this shit.
Yeah, but so did Vitalik Buterin, but he got nothing because obviously Craig's bottle jobbed it. Yeah, because he doesn't want to fight with a big man. And obviously, I'm a boxing fan, so you respect men that want to fight the big man. Yeah, because in boxing, obviously, the big men fight the big men, and then people like Anthony Joshua, they want to fight people like Tyson Fury. You don't get Anthony Joshua wanting to fight freaking Chris Truman from BSV, who's fucking 10 half stone. But effectively, that's what Craig Wright is doing in many people's eyes, Toshi. Just bullying, right? I mean, that's an argument that's coming out, and a lot of people are saying it. And Vitalik Buterin did call him out, but he wasn't interested in Vitalik. Well, and then people say, I've been asking people, why did he not go for Vitalik if he openly said sue me and was well sort of disrespectful about it? Well, because Vitalik can actually afford a court case, is the answer I keep getting back. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, Toshi, but it does make sense. Like,
yeah, but didn't it depends when they said it. I mean, wasn't it? I mean, I think Vitalik never actually called him a fraud. Like when Gavin Andresen first said, look, you know, I think Craig is Satoshi because this is what he showed me. Vitalik just explained why he thought he wasn't. He didn't actually call him out. I think it was I think Vitalik only called him out after Craig, Ryan, Hodlanaut had called him out. So it was just like jumping on the bandwagon.
Possibly, yeah. But there's been other big dogs that have called him out that these people were reeling off. I can't remember their names now because I'm not massively interested in it, to be honest with you. But look, mate, he's called out the small guys there, Toshi, and he don't look good, in my opinion. And like I say, if you're a boxing fan and you stuff like that, and you're into like men fighting men, you're like brave men fighting brave men, then you look at that sort of behaviour and you think, is this guy pum pum or a bully or what? Right? It's just something that you would be inclined to cross your mind. You know, when you look at these sort of things, Toshi, don't look good. Like, why go for McCormack and Hoddle? It's no good. Right? And there's loads and loads of people that have said disrespectful things about him. Loads. I see it every single day. You know, what's he going to do? Like, take every single one of them to court and get Calvin to pay for it?
Well, the thing is, I mean, this process, whoever it is, I mean, it had to eventually go to court because you would have to just see what the outcome of the process was. There's no point in doing anything else unless you've actually tried this legitimate route first of all. So, you know, I mean, how do you explain the fact that a trial by jury found that he was the sole and rightful owner of the Satoshi coins, having looked at all the evidence. And both parties, you know, I mean, that court case went on for years and years, and both parties, it would have cost them a fortune, you know, and both parties agreed he was Satoshi Nakamoto, and it was Ira Kleiman that was saying, look, you know, I'm entitled to half of that because I believe that my brother Dave mined those coins with you. Yeah, and then the jury was just like, actually, no. Having looked at all the evidence, you're talking shit. So he's that there is nobody else making a claim for those coins, and nobody else came forward. Normally, in a court case, if somebody makes a claim on something, like Craig was got the copyright of the Bitcoin white paper off of Cobra. Yeah, there was nobody else that came forward. So usually in any court case, if you are to win something, you have to offer an alternative. Whereas like with this Cobra case, they did nothing. They got Patrick Madden, who admitted that the opposing counsel wrote his independent expert report for him, and then they had all these supposedly, in quotes here, independent expert witnesses like Adam Back and like, you know, Stephen what's his face, and like, you know, and they were all on the board of COPA. It was fucking hilarious, you know.
Yeah, but you look at the result, Toshi. You look at the result, and it's you know, look at what Craig had to put on his social media account. The silly prat. Look at him now.
Yeah, right? But he didn't have to do that because the judge hasn't signed it.
No, hold on, Toshi. Like, I am not Satoshi Nakamoto. I am a bellends. I'm a liar. I'm a fraud. Yeah, he's had to come on, dude. Imagine how bad that is for him, right? I reckon that hurt his ego more than spending all Calvin Ayre's money on shitty court cases that he's never going to win. I reckon that hurt his ego more. Seriously. And speaking of Calvin, mate, assuming Calvin did pay for those court cases, I really feel sorry for that guy, you know, because
I don't think he did. I think Calvin did all right with that, because if Craig needed to pay for it, he would have given him a loan in Bitcoin, which is what Calvin ultimately wants more of than anything else. And then if Craig didn't pay it back, then Calvin would get to keep the Bitcoin. And if he did pay it back, then Calvin's lost nothing anyway. So I don't believe.
Well, no, he's I'd say Calvin's about $1 billion down through being friends with Craig.
Well, I mean, Calvin spent a lot on. Well, I mean, again, this is my issue with CoinGeek, because Calvin has spent such a lot of money on that media campaign, and yet when me and
not as much as he spent getting N-Chain out of the shit when some idiot went and employed Aga Hansen on $3 million a year, and then that Aga Hansen put Smithy as MD, and then he goes on Kurt Wuckert's show, and Kurt Wuckert, hey, you like blockchain, huh? No, Kurt. What we want to know is how this fucking fraud is manager of. How's he got into N-Chain, Kurt? But Kurt hasn't got the bottle, though, has he? To ask him simple questions like that.
Yeah, but we all know how he got in it. It was Aga Hansen that first called out, Kyle Roach, and got that video of them. Got that video of Kyle Roach admitting how they were going around intimidating and coercing and like.
It was a no scammer for Algorand, Toshi, like the Algorand people, because we obviously built on Algorand as well, yeah. Well, the Algorand people, they knew that Aga Hansen was a known scammer, right? They knew because he'd already done them, right? So no, he did. Honestly, you look into it, right? He's already done Algorand, yeah. So because they were asking like, why are these guys actually getting involved with Aga Hansen when he's already done us? Well, because they're fucking stupid people. Because Stephen Matthews is an idiot. Craig's an idiot, and whoever let them in N-Chain and employed them is an idiot. What other explanation is there apart from zero common sense idiots?
Yeah, I mean there is that. I mean, I guess you never really.
Sorry, Toshi, I'm not here to slate your boys, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we've got to talk about these things because no one seems to want to discuss them, and we should at least discuss them, right? And thank you for even being courteous enough to take it on board, because. When you try and talk to BSV people about it, do you know what the answer I get back? La 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 la. I cannot hear you. No, I'm talking and I'm just discussing what's happened. Can we discuss it? La 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 la. So respect to you, mate, for having a discussion about it. Good on you.
Oh yeah, cheers, mate. Well, yeah, I mean one thing I would say is like obviously remember the show that me and you were on. I'm telling you, mate, we were getting 3,000 live listeners at one point. That show that we were on could have been fucking massive.
Yeah, you could.
absolutely
Yeah,
mad. We were smashing CoinGeek, mate, and they're backed by this billionaire. So I have
mate,
got
CoinGeek is
issues.
shite.
Yeah, I've got issues
Sorry.
with how bad their media is and their knowledge and
Yeah, they're
fundamental
awful.
education. It is just
They're
absolutely
awful.
shit, mate. It's not even there
I agree. There you go. I agree.
because
And,
like
and they're all on Calvin's payroll. They're all
yeah,
on
yeah,
Calvin's payroll, aren't they, Toshi? And they've all got it easy, and they've got no pressure to get any numbers at all. So Kurt Kuckert's got no pressure. Alex Moon's got no pressure. Tom Abrahamson, well, there's spelling mistakes in CoinGeek that I pointed out to him, and he has a go at me for them. So I've pointed out, hey, do it in private, Matt. No, do it in private. You've already released the fucking article, you bell end. You've already released it. It's already public, right? So, you've got a news source there that are so wealthy on Calvin's money, Toshi, they don't even check spelling mistakes. They don't even check spelling mistakes.
yeah. I am totally gutted about that. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that there was a media arm. Educating on or meaning to put media articles out about, kind of like the genuine Bitcoin, which was BCH and then went to BSV and all that. I didn't even know they existed. I think it was Diddy who actually said, "Oh yeah, there's a major media company backed by a billionaire called Calvin Ayre who produces articles and stuff in this." And I was like, "You what? I'd never even heard of him, mate." Honestly, and it's still the same today. You ask anybody out there who's CoinGeek, they have no idea.
Mate, they obviously don't care about numbers, do they? They don't care about numbers because their numbers are atrocious.
Yeah. Well, mate, the numbers are atrocious. The education is just absolutely shit. But I suspect that everybody who's working there, literally trying to protect their own asses, pretending that they know shit when no one knows. No one.
Yeah,
mate, they're literally
or it's a case of I agree, Toshi. Or is it a case of hey, listen, this billionaire guy's an idiot, right? Let's just keep spunking money at him. When he comes here, everyone say the right thing. Yeah, he's such an idiot, right? He's got the end of his core. He's fucking sore from last night, where he's got all these 20-year-olds jumping up and down on him. He don't care about this, right? Just tell him what he wants to hear. So when he comes here, you repeat after me. BSV's the real Bitcoin. It's really bad, mate. Like this is how people do things, Toshi. But I reckon if he'd have invested in me, you and Shem like that, we would have been embarrassed to actually just take his money for doing nothing. Well, I would have been.
Mate, I'm telling you, that show could have blown up, mate. I'm telling you. And do you know what? I actually suspect it was like the marketing managers at CoinGeek who were shitting themselves over, oh my God, there's 3 lads here absolutely killing it. They know more than us. We're going to, I reckon they purposely ignored us, because we were a threat to their positions.
I think it's down to personality as well, where, we showed personality, but it's almost like they're not allowed to. No one else is allowed to show any personality whatsoever. Yeah, it's wooden. Like you've got a nice tone about your voice. You've got enthusiasm there, Toshi. You're having a go in that, and people have commented on your stuff. Some good, some bad, right? Obviously, because I socialise with some of these BTC people now, Toshi.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah, of course I do, mate. Well, honestly, I'm not one of these little bellends who can't talk to a person because they're in Ethereum, or I'm not going to talk to you because you've got a meme coin. No, mate. If you're a nice person, right, and you come across nice,
are they nice people in BTC?
Mate, they're nicer to me than BSV people by miles.
Yeah,
by miles. They actually talk to me, Toshi. They actually socialise. All right, Nick, how are you? I'm fine. How are you, mate? Right? They all know that I haven't got any BTC, but it's not a problem. They're just all right people, mate. To judge a person on a coin is probably the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. But then when you get influencers like Calvin saying stuff like crypto wankers and all this sort of stuff, it's the wrong message, Toshi. It's the wrong message, right? If anyone had actually socialised with BTC people and just talked to them, you'd probably have civil discussions about Bitcoin like we're doing now. But because you get influenced by people like Calvin and Craig doing like crypto wankers and getting aggressive and that relationship is defunct. Yeah. But I've just basically said to him, listen, don't look at me like Craig and Calvin and that, because I'm just a nice bloke. I don't care who I talk to. I don't care, Toshi, who I talk to, right? Whatever. If you'd have been a different coin, mate, when I met you, and how nice you was when I met you, it wouldn't have made any difference to me, mate, whatsoever. Still would have said, oh, mate, pop down or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's the wrong mentality. Like, why not have a friendship with some people and you could have civil discussions about it? You know, you can actually have civil discussions about it. But then what you get is Cucker Junior turning up at their things, like winding them up and trying to sort of press their buttons and that, because he doesn't understand rapport. You know, it's really strange, mate. I think you're right though about CoinGeek. You know, they have been literally useless.
Yeah.
So are they like a tax write-off? Are they, Toshi? You reckon, like just a tax write-off or whatever? For Calvin.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what most advertising and media is. But I mean, the tech stuff in terms of like scaling the actual technology and all the kind of top notch. But it's the fundamentals. There's literally nothing there. They're so basic. If people just understood the absolute economic basics, is this thing safe? How can I how can I be sure that I'm not going to lose the shirt off my back? You know, if I buy like one of these coins,
But what's easier, Toshi? Right? Sorry, fella. What's easier? Yeah, what is easier? Sitting there watching your money go up for fuck all because everyone's good on social media, or doing what me and Ben done, using hard work and graft to start a competitive business from scratch with no money? Which one? Which one's easier?
Yeah, but those
which one will cause you less stress?
They're sitting on the back of tether, mate. There are not many people buying BTC.
No, I know that. Yeah, I know that, right? But I think you need to understand, Toshi, that a lot of people are lazy out there. A lot of people can't do what people like me can do. Like a lot of people out there can't start a business. They haven't got it in them. They haven't got the bottle.
Yeah.
They haven't got the energy, and they haven't got the strength, and they haven't got the brains. And that's in BSV as well. I haven't got it. Like, look how many people copied genuine retweets. 8, was it? In a community of 200 people? So what sort of mentality is that? Is that a winning mentality or a losing mentality? For me, it's a very strong losing mentality, right?
Oh, mate, count yourself lucky that you've got the skill and the ability to do it, mate.
No, I do, but I'm not wasting it on BSV anymore. And I've already started 2 businesses since then. So I do count myself very lucky, Toshi. I've got a lot of energy, but they didn't see that energy. They didn't see that. Why? Maybe because I wasn't wearing a suit. They didn't see personality. They didn't see like me, you and Shem, we had personality, I think, until, I don't know, something weird happened. But we had personality, and it's like when you look at BSV media, has personality been banned from BSV? Is a question, right? Yeah. And also, has like growing on social media been banned by BSV? Craig clearly doesn't like social media. Why? Is he stupid or something?
Well, but Craig's all about utility, and he is right. Like literally, it doesn't matter what you say or do. Utility is undeniable. Like we can talk and speculate and have a laugh and all that, but it's secondary because you can sway people's opinions and all that. You can't deny utility, and Craig knows it. Once Terranode comes on, mate, that's game over.
Mate, the thing is, there's 0 businesses in BSV that are churning over any transactions whatsoever. And the transactions on Terranode are vanity transactions. When we were running our business on, and they were doing Terranode transactions and testing it, the whole thing went to shit. And then people started pointing the finger at me and Ben because they didn't have the bottle to point the finger at Alex Agut, because in their brains, Alex can't possibly make a mistake. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. We cleared up loads of his fuck-ups, to be honest with you. Our coding team, and I'm not sort of slagging off them too badly here, but there's no usage, Toshi, on BSV, 0. There's 0 community. There's 0. How can I put it? There's no nothing going on. There's nothing apart from talking. Oh, this works and that works, and Terranode works. Now, when Ben and I put on the opportunity for people to actually grow on social media and get big on a plate with Bitcoin, people just couldn't see it. Too stupid. Like, they weren't intelligent enough to see what we'd made, which is fair enough, but that's not our fault, is it? Everyone in BSV's got the brains of a fucking rocking horse and the ambition of a fucking snail. It's not my fucking problem, is it? I'm the other way around, mate. I've got very high ambition and a very high work rate. Yeah.
The thing is, though, it's also education. Like, this is what I'm saying. There is no fundamental education coming from CoinGeek. If people would just explain how the technology can actually be used, then they would see the value in applications being built. But the fact is, there's nothing there. It's literally number go up or volume of transactions. It's like,
yeah, but it is. Yeah, but Toshi, the thing is, right? Listen, like you're a thinking man. Yeah, you think about stuff, right? But some people don't think, right? Now, if you've bought a load of something and you don't give a shit about finance and you're not bothered about proving your intelligence levels to people, yeah, and all you want is number up because someone says, oh, if you buy this, a number goes up, and you've gone in at 45 and it's now 60, how are you going to tell that person about utility when they're 20 grand up? How?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, mate. Can you stop all that making that money and stop all those holidays and stop all those good-looking women that are always sat around your house? And can you swap that for fucking putting your head in the books? Because Craig says that you should have a nice, good degree behind you. Shut the fuck up, you stupid idiot. That's not how people are, Toshi, is it? I think Craig has the problem where he thinks everyone on the internet should be a Plato when in fact they're on TikTok fucking talking shit. No, Toshi, that's how it is though, isn't it?
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
but the thing is, though, I mean, all you got to do is look at what's happened recently. I mean, this is what's been quite shocking. Like, if someone goes, "Oh yeah, let me jab this into your arm," because it's safe and effective. And people are just like, "Oh, all right then."
Well, I didn't.
Fucking-
Yeah,
but how many people? How many people? I know.
Loads.
I know people in. I know people. In CoinGeek that did, mate.
Yeah. Mate, I went to London, Toshi, with no mask on, right? Because I'm an asthmatic. Yeah, this was in the height of the coronavirus. I went there twice, right, with no mask on, and people looking at me like I'm mad, and I was breathing in like deeply as I could. Got nothing. Got absolutely nothing. Didn't catch it. Nothing. So that's no injection as well. Yeah,
mate.
Did you? I take it you didn't have yours, did you?
Do you even need to ask?
I doubted it. I doubted you would have done, but you know what I mean? Some people got forced into it, didn't they? Like, oh, if you don't have your injection, you're not allowed to come here, or you're not allowed to do this.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so the actual word for that is called coercion. Force is when you don't have a choice. Coercion is when they say, "Oh, well, if you don't do this, then you get that." So that's right. That's why they can come back with, "We never force you to do it." It's where they operate.
Yeah, no, I sort of agree with that, Toshi. I mean,
But some people can't even see the coercion, mate. Honestly, some people are just like, "Oh, it's safe and effective, is it? Get me a booster then."
But that's why I think Craig's stupid, because he does this thing where he tries to show off his intellect and, "Oh, look how smart I am. I can quote this fucking wanker." No one cares you can quote this fucking wanker, you prick. Yeah? People want their money up. That's what they want. And if you don't understand that, in my opinion, you are stupid. If you think people would rather listen to a fucking Plato quote than go book a test drive in the Lamborghini garage, you are so stupid. Then you know what I'm saying, Toshi? I'm not.
Yeah, but what's he meant to do? What's he meant to do though? Like, Craig could not come out and prove who he was until the 1st of January 2020.
I'll tell you what he could do, Toshi. I'll tell you what he could do, Toshi. Is get in the real world. Number one, understand social media. And number two, show some fucking respect for people like me and Ben who wanted a fight. Because all me and Ben wanted was a fucking fight, right? We didn't care who the fight was with, yeah? But Ben likes a fight.
Yeah, but over what?
We wanted to fight social media. That's why we set up Genuine Retweets, because we wanted to fight. Online.
Was there any competition?
At BTC.
Well, yeah. Well, mate, BTCs aren't going to compete with you because they don't.
No, they did because they come after us, Toshi. They come after us. They doxed me, which was the biggest compliment I've had. Thank you for whoever doxed me. Thank you. I live in Tunbridge Wells. There's about 3 black people here. I'm the one who's got the gold tooth, right? Come my yard, yeah. Come my yard whenever you want, just off Camden Road. Whoever doxed me, right? But getting doxed is a compliment, right? And they've actually told us privately, these people are so stupid for not seeing what you guys done. Like, how did they not see what you've done for social media BSV? And why did no one sort of back you? And I just don't know, Toshi. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous because no one respects social media, right? Craig does, because if the head honcho doesn't respect social media and he says stuff like, "Get off TikTok." No, fuck you. I'm on TikTok. Shut up. Yeah? I'm on TikTok with about 20 million people, so fuck off. Right? Oh, get off Twitter. Aren't you suing Hodlnall over Twitter? Aren't you suing McCormack over Twitter? Twitter's not important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is important, fam. Right? That's why we started a fight. Yeah? So Ben likes to fight as well. Yeah? We're not fighting anymore. You know, that was only because we wanted to fight with BTC and we fancied it with just the two of us. But we are confident people. But then when we put the business down, we thought, oh, brilliant, mate. Everyone else will have a fight now. And they'll actually grow on social media. And then they can start getting narratives out. And what happened? No. 8 people copied us. Everyone wished for our fucking demise. And some of these people's true colours came out. Yeah.
Well, did they copy you on BSV?
Yeah. 8 BSV people copied us. I think it was 7 or 8, Ben said. And there was one person who was doing it manually. So he was actually paying people out by manually counting the likes and seeing who done them. That's how pathetic these people are. Yeah. Whoever done that, listen, it's Nicky New. I'm going to call you out for a YouTuber. Whoever done that. 3 rounds, me and you. Let's fight it out. Let's do that. So whoever that was, call you out for a YouTuber. Thank you. Yeah, let's do a Misfits over it.
What were the names of these other things? I mean, genuine Retweets is a pretty good brand, you know.
Well, it was, yeah, it was back then. You know, I don't think we could have done better with the timing and what we produced. But like I say, when you've got a load of thick people that don't understand social media, in like BSV people, unfortunately, you're in trouble. But we just assumed that they would want to compete on BSV on social media, and then we found out they didn't, right? And we have people like Mike Murphy using a service going, I'm a doctor, I went to university. 25 retweets and no one cares if you're a fucking doctor or where you went to university. Stop trying to act like Craig because it don't work on social media. So basically, Toshi, we put it on a plate for people to have a war, yeah, because that's what we wanted. We wanted a war, yeah, on social media because we could obviously see the narrative on social media is where this battle's being won and lost. So obviously we done what we done to have a war, but no one could see that because no one in BSV, there's people who don't really like a fight. They're not up for it. Whereas I do, and Ben does. So I guess we're sort of different to them people. Maybe we're not suited to being in that team because we like a fight. Win, lose or draw, Toshi. Like, we don't mind losing a fight. We get a rush out to fight. You understand what I mean, bro? We just want to fight.
Well, the thing is, I guess that, so what we've experienced in BSV with number go down from 400 right the way down to 40 is effectively the same effects as you would get with fiat currency and inflation. It drives businesses out of business. I mean, that's what fiat currency is designed for, and you just get the only people who survive are those who can print it out and nothing. It's an asset stripping tool. So really. Any business any successful business that was on BSV that it goes into business wanting to make profits, they've been completely eroded by the devaluation in the value of the coin, which is
you can't run a business on BSV unless there's a cash out system like Michael Hudson. And when he disappeared, we had to stop because imagine, Toshi, some of that money we earn at $220, right? And then imagine that money from $220 is now worth 40. And you haven't cashed it out. But then you go to the tax man, mate, but the number went down. Do you know what the tax man says? Fuck you, right? He says, fuck you, pay up now before I lose my temper and I'll start grasping up to the H customs and all that. Okay? So unless you've got a Michael Hudson where you can actually cash out as a business, you can't do business on BSV, in my opinion. McCormack's doing it on Bitcoin, but he's relying on a treasury to keep going up. Okay? So I respect what he's done, and financially, Toshi, I'm regardless of what you think of the person, okay, financially, his football club are in a very strong position. How long it will last for? Yeah, I know. How long it will last for, I don't know. It could go bad. I'm sure he knows that. But the fact of the matter is, mate, there's probably other football clubs looking at him going, mate, have you seen what McCormack's done with Bedford? And again, Toshi, I don't think people really care about the intricacies of Bitcoin like Craig wants them to or thinks they do. They don't. They just don't care.
Yeah, but they will do, mate.
Well, I don't think so, Toshi, because I don't know a single friend of mine who's ever been to the Houses of Parliament to look at the manifestos of the Great British Pound because they don't care. And you see those geezers outside my house drinking super tenants, yeah, on the way to the fucking park, right? I'm going to go down a minute and stop them and say, listen, can I just do a lecture for you about the intricacies of finance? Right? Do you know what they'll do? They'll straight right my front teeth out.
Yeah, but the thing is,
right?
though, what you're talking about is, let's say you've got the members of the public looking at a building, and a building looks absolutely beautiful, and the estate agents going, oh, look how amazing this house is, isn't it? Blah 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 blah. But then you've got like the architects who are just like, look, that house is built on fucking swampland. They're just like, oh, we don't care, it's still there, and we want to buy it, and it looks great, and the estate agent's making money. Like, the architects and the builders, they know that is built on shit, and nobody wants to listen to them. That's what it's like with BTC. It's just like, look, that is built, that is fraud. It's complete fraud. Yeah, but numbers gone up. I don't really care.
I respect what you're saying. Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, right? But then the other side of the argument is imagine trying to tell that to a person who went in at $5 grand.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But
And it was made a shitload of money, right? You can't tell them, Toshi. Like you will not educate these people on the usage of it at all, in my opinion. And the more high profile people that keep getting involved in it, like Donald Trump and all of these high profile online celebrities, the stronger and stronger and stronger that narrative will get, in my opinion, right? Because these people have got a much bigger reach than you, than Rod Stewart, Gavin Mail, whatever his fucking name is. Then Craig, Craig's social media is low. Like Calvin Ayre's a joke on social media. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just an old man who doesn't even understand all of that. Well, it's slightly disrespectful of me to say that, but that's how he seems to conduct himself, right? So, and you've got a load of people, Toshi, that think social media is not important, and that for me is the beginning of the failure. It's what a pathetic mentality to have in the year 2024. Yeah, how stupid must you be to turn around and say things like Twitter isn't important in 2024, especially for crypto? In my opinion, very stupid. So, in terms of what Judge Mellor said, like Craig's not as smart as he thinks he is. I wonder if he's got a point in that, because I think you've got to be well stupid to write off social media in this day and age, Toshi. Especially if you want to get a narrative out. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, there is, aside from us, like me, you, and Shem. I'm telling you, mate, when there were three of us on that show, that show could have been the #1, like, Bitcoin crypto show, mate. We were fucking killing it, literally, mate. There is no other crypto show in the entire world that was getting the live viewers that we were getting. I'm telling you, that could have been absolutely massive.
I agree, and to be fair, Toshi, look, I don't want to, I'm not going to start pointing fingers, but remember me saying to you both that I think we should compete with the BBC. Remember me saying that?
Sorry, mate. Say that again. Your volume's gone low.
Do you remember me saying that to you and Shem? I think we've got the ability to compete with the BBC. Yeah,
because a lot of things.
I did try and get you and Shem to think a little bit bigger. I'm not sort of having a pop at you, but like I said before, I like wars, mate, and I don't do small battles. They're rubbish. They're boring. Yeah, so I remember saying to you two, maybe we should put some effort into this show and start competing with the BBC. But what I got back from both of you was, I don't fancy it, sort of thing. So I started sort of losing interest around that, because I like a war, Toshi. You see, I can't resist a war, mate. I like a fight and a war, and otherwise I get bored in life. You know what I mean? But I think we should have gone for the BBC, because I thought our show was actually better than their finance show.
It was.
And I think with the momentum we had going, we could have done that with a little bit of work and a little bit of planning and a little bit of additional extras away from just turning up and thinking we were the boys. Yeah, because no one is. I reckon we could have had done something special, right?
Mate, it could have been.
And then,
it could have been black.
And also you got
amazing.
Shem. Well, you got Shem as well, that started being really weird with me. Like he had this thing where he started controlling my microphone, and I think he was getting. No, he did. He was. He kept turning me off at random times, and I think he was getting jealous that I was building up quite a lot of people that were thinking, you know what, I like this Nick guy. He sounds alright. I was building up that, you see, right? And then suddenly Shem started, that thing where he talks quietly and he thinks he started saying, and there's a big, and he starts going like that, and you think, what are you doing, you knob? Just kept doing that. We could have smashed it, but like I say, I mean, what support did we get from, in brackets, the upper echelons of BSV at the time?
Yeah,
nothing. Craig had no respect for what we were doing at all, even though he fucking showed his face or whatever. He didn't respect what we were doing.
I don't think Craig. I mean, Craig is genuinely Asperger's, mate. I think he's got genuine excuse.
He's genuinely a belly.
CoinGeek have got no excuse, mate. No excuse.
Mate, I know what you're saying about Craig, yeah, but he's genuinely a bellend, mate, in my opinion. Yeah, genuine, but he is, mate.
We can agree to disagree. It's all right.
Mate, I know you love the guy. I mean, you were saying stuff like, I'm going to be his bodyguard and shit when everyone comes after him. I remember thinking, I wouldn't want you as my bodyguard.
Fair dues. Fair comment.
No, and listen, Toshi, again, like I said to you before, yeah, I'm friends with BTC people now, and I find them quite pleasant people. They talk to me, and they're really nice to me, and it's really nice to have friends like that.
Verbally, if anybody wants to argue with me, mate, I'm up for it. But no, mate, try and find a BTCer who actually wants to debate with me, mate. Honestly, It's
Yeah,
nuts.
they probably don't, Toshi. But what I'm saying is that I'll happily talk to you, even though I think Craig's a bellend. What I was going to say is I would, if I saw Craig right on the opposite side of the road, the only reason I'd cross the road would be to call him out for a fight. Yeah, and ask him what happened to my fucking BSV, you prick. Let's go. Let's go.
Mate, I'm
Let's go,
telling
man.
you, mate,
Right?
the rolling iceberg orders were there in 2020, mate. I'm telling you.
He hasn't got the bottle. He hasn't got the coins. He hasn't got the bottle. Yeah, but under normal circumstances, Toshi, now I wouldn't even cross the road. Yeah, if he was on the other side of the road, he was on fire, mate. I wouldn't. And I wouldn't even take my Corey out and piss on him. Wouldn't. I wouldn't, mate. He wouldn't do it to me anyway. Yeah, he's got no
Yeah,
respect
but
for me.
didn't you interview him once?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I only went
How
up
did
there.
that go?
Well, it was weird because I was trying to find out how I could have a war and do some business, and he was talking about fucking Plato or whatever. So I was frowning at him, he was frowning at me. And the thing is with me, Toshi, I'm not going to mince my words and start trying to talk like something I'm not. I'm a good Maidstone chav. That's how I talk. That's how I communicate. But I like starting businesses, and kept saying to him like, right, I want to have a go. What can I do with this where I can have a go? Because me and my business partner want to have a go. Oh, you see Plato. No, mate, shove your plate up your arsehole, right? I want a war. I want to fucking go, right? So the conversation was all right, Toshi, but there was a lot of like, look, like, what is this guy on about? All I'm trying to find out here is, as an entrepreneur, how do I have a fucking war? That's all I want. And eventually I got there, and as soon as I got there, I went. Because all I went to get was information for me. It wasn't information for I'm not really that interested in Bitcoin media, to be honest, but that was it. It went all right. You know, he went all right and stuff. We had a good chat and that. But when I told him about my genuine retweets, when we met him at this other thing, he just looked at you like you're mad. Yeah? So, right, listen, Craig, I've used Bitcoin here as per the white paper, and I'm having a war on social media about that. And I think he replied something like, "Man, I won't charge you a penny." I think that was his reply. I won't charge you a penny.
Yeah, but you're dealing with somebody who is Asperger's.
Don't care, mate. I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
You need to take that into consideration.
Well, I might have it. You might have it. Yeah, anyone could have it, right? I couldn't give a fuck, mate. Like, so what you're saying is that me spelling it out to his face, saying I have used Bitcoin as per the white paper in a legitimate business to have a war on social media, just in one ear and out the other, yeah, because you've got Asperger's. Yet he can stand on a stage and talk about transactions and, you know. So basically, Toshi, when it suits him to not have the freaking Asperger's, he turns up. Seriously, I'm sorry, dude, but it's pathetic.
I don't know, mate. I mean, Craig has not. Craig to me has not changed in any way, shape, or form since I first got to know him or even spotted him. He's not changed. His opinion's not changed. His personality hasn't changed. He is just who he is.
Yeah, a complete and utter bellend, mate.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
100%, mate. If you was on the road on fire, do you think he'd piss on you? Of course he wouldn't. He didn't give a shit about your small ass, mate. Yeah, and there's you turning around saying, "Oh, I'll be his bodyguard. I'll put myself in the firing line for him." Okay, you're a nice one. You know, at the end of the day, mate, he doesn't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about him. That's how I roll. Yeah,
but that's the best way. Yeah. If you've got two people that don't give a fuck about each other, nobody's getting involved with anybody else's business, and everyone's happy. Much better.
But a lot of you lot obviously care about Craig, but he doesn't care about you lot. He thinks you're all fucking dickheads.
Yeah, but mate, I'm not bothered about Craig per se. What I am bothered about
is you all want to go around his house
created.
Have some food with him and Ramona, man. You want to go around his house and talk Plato. All of you do, man. Yeah,
mate, I'm bothered about what he's created. You know.
What's he created then?
He's commoditized data, mate. You can use it as money, so we're not getting fucked over by the central banks.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, Toshi. I mean, if that's what you think he's done, fair enough.
I know that's what he's done.
You know, so in 15 years since Bitcoin came out, we're at this position now. Don't you think that's a bit concerning?
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it's a race against time, mate. It's an economic model. You've got the block reward getting cut in half every 4 years. Next time it goes down to like well, we're at 3.12. So next time it goes down to, 1.5, 1.55 or something like that. Mate, there is nothing there to support the BTC miners. Nothing.
Mate, okay, yeah, but then there's nothing there to support the BSV miners apart from. Go on, tell me his name.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be transaction volume.
What's his name? What's his name? Who's supporting BSV right now single-handedly? Tell me his name so everyone knows.
What? Who's supporting BSV single-handedly?
Who is spending all their electricity on $8 block rewards because they're a billionaire? Who? Yes, that's right. So you take Calvin out of it, there is no BSV. And I've heard Craig say that many times, right? And other people as well. He is single-handedly keeping the chain alive because he's the only one who can afford $8 block rewards on 100 grand electricity. But how long will he do that for is a question, because he's a businessman as well. So that's why, Toshi, I'm concerned about the relationship.
Yeah, but if he's a businessman, businessmen are shrewd. They would pull the plug immediately. And Calvin is a billionaire. Calvin could pull the plug any time, and it wouldn't make a scrap of difference to him.
Let me tell you something about Calvin, because I looked into him, because he's one of my favourite entrepreneurs, you see. So I did a bit of studying on him, right? It wasn't Calvin that made the decision, that made the billions. It was his smart mate who told him to license the shit. So it wasn't Calvin, okay? So shrewd or not shrewd, it wasn't Calvin, according to what I saw, that made the decision that led to the billions, okay? So it was his mate that was shrewd, not Calvin.
Yeah, but
so when you've got someone, no, hold on. So when you've got someone like that, and you say to him, "Hey, mate, listen to me. I'm going to talk in a confident language now. I'm SirToshi, right? Pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, do that. Let's go on the back of the boat with Jimmy Wynn, have a chat, and show everyone what a good time we're having." Yeah, if I was him, I would have gone with Marianne Jett, to be fair. But yeah, remember her, mate? How fit was she? Remember her?
Mate, she was a knockout, mate.
Mate, for her age, mate, they were saying something like she was in her 50s or something. Marianne, mate, I'd pick her out, mate. I'd walk around town with her, bro. I would.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think there was something that oh, that was it. She didn't know who Alex Jones was. That was right. Years ago. Everyone was talking, and she was like, "Alex Jones, oh, who's that?" And people were just like, "Oh my god." Yeah,
but that's I wouldn't kick her out of bed for that, mate. I'd fucking throw the covers over her and say, "Stay here, girl."
Yeah, mate. She was. Yeah, mate. She was.
Yeah?
It's a shame she's not around anymore, because she was a.
Well, now you've got the women of BSV, haven't you?
BSV cheerleaders, you know.
Well, now they've swapped Marianne Jett for the women of BSV. Yeah, so you swap Marianne Jett for Ruth Eastman now. Fair enough. If you want to go the intellectual route, fair enough. But there's nothing wrong with Marianne. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice if she was back in the space with women as BFE. But I mean, Ruth Eastman's like Mama Bitcoin, mate.
Mate, she'd make her look bad. They don't know what they're doing. Their numbers are a fucking shambles. Ruth's a shambles. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's a joke.
Yeah, she doesn't run women of BSV anymore. There was there was loads of politics behind the scenes. Like same happened with our show. You know?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that she ain't no Mama Bitcoin where I come from, mate. Her only contribution to Bitcoin has been one fucking tweet that says the number's going to go up and you might hate Craig when it happens. So piss off, you joker. Yeah,
but mate, she's not interfering with anyone else. She's just in the
space. What's her second
people.
contribution? Writing a silly book that no one cares about that is probably, Craig is SirToshi. Yeah, written by AI probably.
Yeah, but mate, she's not getting paid to do any of this stuff.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any effect anyway, and people like you call her Mama Bitcoin. For what? What transactions does she bring in?
Well, yeah, but I'm not really. It's just knowledge and a little bit of wisdom. I mean, she's real clued up, mate.
To who? Yeah, to what numbers? To what numbers does she reach? 0. How many transactions does she put on a blockchain? 0.
Yeah, but mate, she's got no obligation to anyone.
No, she hasn't. But she's quick to do a little I am SirToshi NFT. I seem to remember, because that's how silly these people are, mate.
Mate, there were loads of people doing NFTs. Like, people have made. Mate, if I'd known how stupid people were going to be buying these,
No, I'm talking about the fact that he was a blatant scammer, and these idiots are so fucking kiss ass and stupid they can't see it because they're brought up in naive places, bro.
Well, again, but the things though, when you look at who was involved in this, is it Yoga Labs or something like that? I mean, and then they had like an NFT festival, and they had like Bored Apes, that was it, and they had bloody Snoop Dogg there. I mean, seriously, like that Yoga Labs went from literally a company that nobody'd heard of to like almost like I think it was like $1 billion valuation. It was fucking nuts, mate. All orchestrated. Just
I know,
to
mate.
distract
That's
people.
how it is, Toshi. Right? I think you lot don't understand that no one cares about the intellectual stuff, and no one cares about people who think they're ever so slightly smarter than the average person. Like, in fact, you probably get shunned if you go on like that. You know, it's Craig gets shunned.
This is a market that has been purposely developed by those who are against the fundamentals of Bitcoin to just make people effing like Peter McCormack. Peter McCormack admits he's an effing moron, and yet he's got a massive podcast show. You know?
Yeah, no, he's doing his last one. I think he's finished now.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he said he announced the other day it was his last one.
I mean, his shows, like, literally, again, there is no knowledge on any of that on any of his shows, mate.
No, I mean, I've watched a couple of his shows, and he does admit that you can't spend it. I mean, you know, when I talk to these BTC people and I explain to them, like, when I finally get across to them, I don't really hodl and actually like working and competing and fighting. And when we get over that, and then we can get to the conversation of, as an entrepreneur, I can't do anything with BTC. They are cool with that, Toshi. You know, they're happy with that comment because they know it's true. However, if you're sat there and your money is significantly worth a lot more, I think you'll find it hard to talk to anyone in that position about Merkle trees.
Yeah, no, I get that,
You know,
mate. I know people that have lost hundreds of millions, mate. You know, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad.
Well, look at Michael Hudson, right? Look at Michael Hudson. Yeah, there was talk of him actually suing Craig.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Right. You know, because he reckons he's lost. Was it 7 figures? He said, Toshi, was it 7?
It wouldn't surprise me.
You know, and like he reckons he went all in on BSV because of stuff that Craig had said. You know, personally, I mean, ours was nothing to do with Craig. Ours was because the micropayments worked, right, Toshi? So we've done thousands and thousands and thousands of micropayments, and they pretty much all worked. However, then we spoke to PayPal, and they said, "Oh, you do realise that we do micropayments as well in fiat?" Oh no, we didn't actually. Is it easy to code into a business? Oh, simple. We'd have it done in one day. Ben went, all right, I'll have a look at that. And then next thing you know, we've done 2,000 fiat transactions in micropayments for a tenth of a penny.
Oh, what? So what? How? Explain that again. You can do micropayments in fiat currency now.
Yeah, we did it on PayPal. Yeah. I think we were one of the first group of people to do it, of businesses to do it on their thing, right? But we did, when we did the boxing.support, where we were looking at the boxing community, it took me 2 weeks to find one person that was interested in earning BSV. But then the minute we put fiat on there, PayPal, we had loads of sign-ups and people suddenly wanted to earn the fiat, but nobody was interested in earning BSV whatsoever, Toshi. That's not a personal jibe or whatever, it's just that these people in the real world, boxing fans, think it's diabolical and shit, and they don't want to have a conversation about what he can do. They want to know where they can spend it down the shops. So if I earn this money, can I buy a curry with it? That's what they wanted to know. And at the time, the answer was no, because there's fuck all you can do with BSV. There's no way you can spend it. There's nothing you can do with it. There's you can go on Haste and fuck around with some dickheads.
Yeah, but the value proposition hasn't been illustrated or demonstrated yet.
Well, there's just
and there's no point in demonstrating it yet until you can scale it. I mean, Terranode is literally the final domino.
Well, you know, I'm a bit worried about that, Toshi, because, you know, whenever the only time we had problems was when they turned Terranode on, and then all the transactions went to shit, and then suddenly everyone was moaning at us like it was our fault or something. You know, that was our experience with it. I'm not just slagging it off. And look at Shadders. Where's Shadders?
Terranode hasn't been on the mainnet.
Yeah, but when they've tested it, I'm saying, Toshi, when they've tested it and they've run these flipping tests in the past.
Yeah, but that hasn't ever been on mainnet.
Okay, look, let me rephrase that then. Whenever they've done those tests with significant transactions on BSV, where they just vanity transactions that mean nothing, whether it was Terranode or whatever else, at the same time that was happening, our personal business transactions went to shit. And then we had to explain to people that we weren't dickheads.
What was going on?
they just didn't work. And then we had to, people were asking, where's my 5p? Like these BSV people were like, oi, where's my 5p? Yeah, right? I should have 0.0000137 BSV here. Where is it? Right? And you're like, fucking hell, mate. You're like, are you this aggressive over 5p, are you? Yeah. So what we weren't expecting was people to get aggressive over 5p, yeah, of BSV, which they did, right? And then,
yeah, but I guess it's more I guess it's more the principle than the actual amount.
Well, I don't know, mate, but I wouldn't be bothered about 5p. However, I suppose in principle they would expect a blockchain to work on that, but it wasn't our fault that it wasn't working whenever those big transactions went through, and no one seemed to understand that. You understand what I mean, Toshi? Because no one would put their hand up and say, it's our fault because it's shit. Yeah. And also, we're shadows. Right? You could never have predicted what was going to happen to shadows, could you?
Well, you know, people show their true colours in the end, mate. You know.
Well, do you know what I mean? Like, what? You know, him and I don't think Shadows and Craig are friends, Toshi, are they?
Certainly not anymore.
No, you see what I mean? Like, but he was the top dog. Like, Shadows was the top dog. Yeah. You know what, mate? I think the start of their fallout was when they made him go and speak on the CoinGeek stage. Yeah, because Shadows was a crock of shit, wasn't he?
Oh, mate, he was shaking like a shitting dog, poor bloke.
Fucking joke, mate. Even after all the coaching you gave him, he's fucking lost his bollocks between his legs. He's looked down there and he's seen a panani between his sticks. He did. That's what happened to him. He bottled it.
He got a lot better though. He got a lot. But yeah, when he was talking in Toronto, people were saying that they thought Jimmy Wynn had been coaching him, and I was like, nah, that was me.
Feel the chain, make it a better chain for you and for Craig and the entire BSV. That's Jimmy Wynn, mate. Right? Jimmy Wynn. You see what I imagine him doing, yeah? Hey Neil, can you watch me prepare for CoinGeek? And just to tell me how I'm doing, please, Neil. I reckon he rehearsed it in front of Neil probably 40, 50 times. Some of the stuff that he was doing, yeah? Because he was the most wooden, boring guy I've ever listened to in my life, I think. Right? But they wouldn't give us a chance, would they, Toshi, to go up and entertain people, would they?
Yeah. I mean, that's
you was asking for us.
That's an issue with CoinGeek, though, isn't it? You know, their management.
So basically, if you're not in CoinGeek, you're not in BSV, are you?
Well, you certainly get kind of, you know, I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm still like, I went to their conference, you know, in London, mate, and I was speaking to devs, and I didn't even know who they were, and I'm thinking, like, I've been in this space since like 2017, and I still don't know who any of the devs are, because literally the thing is though, there are loads of bad actors in this space, and there are bad actors in CoinGeek.
Yeah, you know? Big time, because they're all after Calvin's money, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and then you know, once they've got Calvin's money, then they're just like, oh shit, I don't need anyone else coming along blowing my cover, you know.
That's it.
So that I don't know shit. But I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is.
Mate, so we agree on some stuff, don't we? Which is good, Toshi, isn't it?
Yeah.
But also good that we can disagree on stuff and remain civil and have a chilled out laugh and a conversation about it as well, yeah?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
You know, it's nice. And I think we should have more of that, not just in Bitcoin, but in blockchain in general, just having a chat to people and, you know, getting some varied experience, varied opinions, Toshi. You know, because like I say, I do talk to BTC people, you guys might call them, right? And they're actually really nice to me, Toshi. They're really polite to me. They're really nice to me. Hello, Nick. You know,
well, that's because they're all chilled out because they're bloody loaded with BTC being at 60 grand.
Right. I agree. They're all fucking sat there in their Lambo, taking 5 minutes out on the roadside to come and speak to me, aren't they? You know, so they're all happy as Larry. But all I'm saying, Toshi, mate, is that, you know, you are a nice bloke. You know, I know you are a nice bloke. Yeah, I won't have anyone say anything different, and you know I'm a nice bloke as well, and I'm sure you'd stick up for me in that scenario. But I've gone past all this. I'm not going to talk to you because you're in a different coin. I think that's well immature. I think that's really sad, Toshi. And I think we're better than that, you know.
Well, yeah. The only thing is like for example, if I try to explain the fundamentals of Bitcoin to a BTCer, because again, what these bastards have done, you know, is they've purposely screwed it up so you can't use it. They've removed the signatures, so you've got no claim on it. There's no value in that, and they're gonna come a cropper at some point, and they just
Well,
don't get it. They're not interested because number go up because of tether. You know.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Toshi, because the other thing we do agree on is that as an entrepreneur, I'm snookered now because the opcodes don't allow Ben and I to use BTC. And whoever coded Lightning, I think it was Liz Stark, what a joker of an idiot. Whoever
Mate,
done
the
Lightning.
entire point of Lightning is just an absolute joke. It just starves the miners of the block fee. So eventually,
Yeah.
so the block reward goes down, then there's no block fee there to replace it, and they still haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, and you know, whoever operates the channel can pretty much decide what fees everyone's paying anyway.
Yeah, mate, it's a completely rigged
So,
system. It's fucking
why not
insane.
go down a bank? Why not go down a bank? Right?
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, Toshi, we can't use it. Like we've looked at it. To see Ben's face when he took one look at the code, I feel sorry for this guy already. You know,
He's
felt
lucky,
sorry
he's
for him.
lucky he can read code, mate. I can't. Wish I could.
Yeah, I can't.
Fucking hell.
I can't. I'm the same as you. But you know, look, mate. I mean, it's crazy to see you guys still campaigning after such a brutal beating, Toshi. And just to give you a heads up, right? I've got a bowl of chips in front of me. When I'm turning my camera off, it's because I'm having a cheeky chip. My microphone, Toshi. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Well, mate. This has been good. We've actually been going for 1 hour 6 minutes, mate. So if you want to maybe we'll give you a rest and do again, mate. Do it again tomorrow, mate. I'm more than happy if you want to continue.
Mate, I'll have a chat with you anytime, mate. That's fine. We'll do it.
All right, mate.
I'm teaching tomorrow night. If it's not tomorrow, we'll definitely do Friday daytime. Yeah.
Mate, yeah. Just send me a message and we'll get it done.
You're a gentleman. Do you go on every day? Do you?
Yeah, I try to. If I'm around.
Cool, man. No, I'd love to. And thanks for inviting me on, Toshi. It's good to catch up with you again.
Well, how about we start getting some guests on the show, mate? Didn't we used to do Sunday roast?
Oh, mate, I used to love that. I used to love that. I used to love the Sunday roast.
Oh god, that was mate. We had some good times on that show. Mate, it was the best time I've had in Bitcoin, mate. It was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Mate, it was loads of fun. We was having loads of fun, weren't we? And then yeah, just I don't know what happened really, mate. I mean, you know what though, Toshi? I think like what Ben and I say about genuine retweets is that eventually, because of what happened to Craig in Call, no matter what success we had initially, that would have been lost eventually because of what happened to Craig in Call. Like, we got to understand, Toshi, is any business who's got BSV on their name at the moment is mud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude, but that's how it is.
No, I get it. That's the reality right now. Yeah, I get it.
But Craig doesn't give a shit about that. There's people like me and Ben that have committed a lot of time and effort towards it. He doesn't give a fuck about that, does he?
Well, obviously, it's none of his business. I mean, you know, it's kind of
exactly because there's no community.
Yeah, but I mean, well, Craig has purposely, because in order for the network to be commoditized, it can't have any central point of influence. So he's purposely distanced himself from having any influence over it, which is why Calvin stepped in and was just like, all right, sort of like leave that to me. I'm the media mogul and all that. Like I said, I think CoinGeek has got more to answer than Craig.
Do you think Kurt Buckler Jr. does a good job?
Well, his historical knowledge and technical knowledge of Bitcoin is second to none, mate. I mean, whether or not he's I mean, he's not a natural presenter. You can see that he feels, you can see that he's like uncomfortable presenting. But I mean, in terms of interviewing people and stuff, yeah, brilliant. And his knowledge is amazing, mate. But it's just sort of I don't think that CoinGeek weekly live stream is his strong point.
No, I don't think so.
But then he's not the one managing it. He's just the front man,
Well, there's got to be better people than him at media, right? And Rod Stewart, Gary, what's his name, Mail.
Oh yeah.
I just know that's not his personality. Like, everyone can see straight through him, and everyone's asking the same question: why is he so wooden, and why is he pretending to be this fucking Bitcoin guy when he's not? That's what everyone keeps asking.
Well, who Gavin?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's trying to understand. I think he's trying to understand it, and he's got a YouTube channel that's got like 20,000 subs on it because he does fitness and stuff on it. I mean, I know Gavin personally. I think
I know you know, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, you can't just turn your fitness channel into a Bitcoin channel and expect to get the same number. That's why his numbers are shit. They are shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't. Like I said, I think there's things going on behind the scenes. I would blame the people behind the scenes, mate.
No, mate. Come on. They've got to take responsibility.
They're protecting their own asses, mate, because they don't know anything.
But can't you take responsibility for your own social media numbers?
Well, he might grow. I mean, there were a lot of people watching his channel during the COPA trial. He's quite good at reporting on it.
Well, I think his biggest views were on the ones where he didn't kiss Craig's arse. I think if you kiss Craig's arse, you won't get views. If you actually be,
I get more views when I mention Craig. I was if I could turn my channel into like Craig Wright channel, mate, I'd get thousands of views.
Yeah, but it's because they'd be laughing at you, not with you.
Well, it's probably because all the trolls. Mate, I'm sure I get more trolls watching my show than I do get genuine.
I agree with that. I agree.
Watches.
I've seen them slagging you off.
Yeah, really. What on social media or something, or Twitter or something?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Oh well. I mean,
don't worry about it, mate.
I block most of them, so I don't actually see it.
There's no point in doing that, though. In my opinion, I mean, you do what you want, but that for me is just an immature fucking reaction of that's been schooled from idiots like fucking social media idiots like Craig and Calvin.
Mate? It was my choice. I just block them because I just can't be.
No, but it's come from all these crypto wankers and don't talk to these people. There's a culture of it, Toshi, that's been there prevalent from the start. All right. Where I'm not interested in that anymore. If a person's fucking courteous to say morning, mate, how are you? Fine, because no fucking BSV people talk to us, right? Despite paying out $55,000 to them, no BSV people talk to us. Yeah, so
yeah.
So
I mean, there is a different. I mean, like I guess in BTC you've got a lot of what you'd call there's different levels of wealth in there. I mean, Craig and Calvin Craig, I don't know if Stephen Matthews is a billionaire, but I mean, certainly hundreds of millions. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's a different. They're up there, calling them crypto wankers because it's just like, I mean, Craig is Satoshi. He is like he's in a different league, mate. I mean,
no, mate. I mean, if you want to talk about social media numbers, Michael Saylor's the man. Yeah, no one in Bitcoin is anywhere near Michael Saylor's numbers. Nobody. Calvin isn't nowhere near Michael Saylor's numbers. Calvin looks like a chuff nut in the toilet, right? That's what Calvin's social media looks like compared to Michael Saylor's. A chuff nut in the toilet, yeah? Or, even worse, a bit of shit that you can't knock off the side of the pan. That's Calvin's social media compared to Michael Saylor's. His numbers are massive. And do you know what? They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. And by the time Elon Musk gets onto the case and he starts, the difference between Elon Musk and Craig Wright is quite almost funny, really, because Elon Musk is a really nice, fun person. Craig's a fucking dick. Yeah. But then, which one's more popular on social media? Well, I sort of posted Elon Musk this morning, 240,000 likes. I think it was 15,000 retweets. But these things mean nothing to the intelligent people in BSV, yeah, that don't respect social media, Toshi. And imagine if you're Ben and I, and you actually put it on a plate for these idiots, and they can't even see it yet. BTC people can see it. Right, the BTC people can't believe it, Toshi, that no one fucking got right behind us. They can't believe it, right? They had us down as a proper threat to their coin. The only people who couldn't see it was all these, I've got a master's, I've got a degree, I'm fucking smart, my dad's got a degree and all this shit, and they think it's about telling everyone they're a doctor or things like that. What a stupid bunch of people, man. So what's costing BSV as well is the stupidity of the people who think they're intelligent. They're not, mate. Like, I'm not speaking for every single one of them, but there's a load of people in BSV who think they're intelligent, who are not intelligent at all, yeah, or really, really stupid when it comes to simple things like social media growth. They don't understand it because they're too busy having a wank over fucking Socrates or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Fuck your Socrates, fuck your Plato. Yeah, let's get on TikTok and have a laugh. That's what I say. But
well,
that's a good Toshi. I don't think so, dude. I think they're too there's too much educational prejudice going on, and I don't like it. Obviously, I've taught in loads of schools, Toshi, yeah. So I've taught in schools where their children have got no chance whatsoever, and then you hear people like Daniel Krawitz disrespecting people like us for not reading economics in one lesson. When I saw him at CoinGeek, yeah, he was saying hello to me. I was looking at his teeth, yeah. I'm thinking, should I just muller his teeth down his throat, right? Because of what he'd said to us. No, I was looking at. He was talking some gibberish to me. Hey, you okay? And all that shit. And I was looking at his teeth, thinking, do you know what? You're the guy who started laughing at me because I hadn't read a book. Shall I call you outside now? Yeah. Or shall I rattle my fucking right hook straight through your teeth? Right. And I didn't, Toshi, obviously.
Do you remember? Do you remember here? Do you remember? Oh my God! Do you remember Breckengate?
That's what I mean. It was all about that. It was all about that, and he was there laughing at us because we had.
Mate, I need to put that in Bitcoin. I need to put that in Bitcoin history. I've forgotten about that.
Mate, Daniel Krawitz was laughing at us because we had not read economics in one lesson. That is the mentality of these people, and people like him need a crack in the fucking mouth, in my opinion, for being like that.
Yeah,
and need to get taught a lesson.
He's another one that's on the spectrum, though, mate.
I don't give a fuck, mate, what spectrum he's on. I don't give a fuck, Toshi. Yeah, he's disrespectful. He's got educational prejudice, and he shouldn't do it. Yeah. And he shouldn't do it to people like me. Like, he really got away with one. He was lucky I was in a good mood that day, I'm telling you. Because the normal me would have gone, aren't you the one who insulted me online, mate? Should we go out and talk about it? Should we go outside? Because I didn't want to see him cry in front of everyone. Seriously. I was thinking, if I say that to him, he'll start crying, his fucking bumper hole will go, and then everyone's going to think I'm a nasty, horrible black man.
Oh, mate, it was after... That Andreas Brecken, mate. After that interview, he's the only mate. It's the only time that somebody's really got under my skin real badly.
That's what I mean.
I was raging so badly I could hardly even speak. I was spitting feathers.
Mate, Krawitz was stood next to him, laughing at us. That's what I'm saying to you. But I'm just trying to point out that for me, that just summarises what these people are about and where their souls are at and how they are as people. Disgusting, bruv.
Yeah, but they're all multi-millionaires, mate. They got into
ever since he's lost his virginity. No, ever since he's lost his virginity and he's finally had sex now, yeah, he's turned into a better person. I looked at him the other day, his shoulders are relaxed. He looks like a man who's got his Corey end away now, yeah? He's sort of relaxing a bit now. But obviously at that time, he was still a virgin at that time, obviously. That's why he's coming up with all this educational prejudice, because he had nothing else in his arsenal to come at people like us, apart from, you haven't read economics in one lesson. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, honestly, mate, he had nothing else, and now he's actually had sex, with his little pecker. Yeah, I reckon he's got about 3-4 inches on him. Yeah, well, that's how he used to act anyway. He's a different person now. He actually seems quite nice.
Mate, he scored, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Shoots, he scores.
Mate, he finally got some pum and he seems relaxed about things, and maybe that's all he needed. Maybe that's all he needed was to go out and fucking stop wanking his cock off and pull a real woman.
Well, maybe we should start. Maybe get everybody in BSV laid. Maybe that might help everybody.
Mate, listen, yeah, I'll get myself laid as much as I want, but I ain't getting these idiots laid, mate. They don't deserve nothing, bruv. Yeah, they get laid whenever they want, mate. But I'm not taking responsibility for them getting laid. These fools, mate. Yeah, if they want to get laid, they can go and get laid. I ain't taking responsibility for any of them, mate. No way. Yeah, and if you look at their parties and you look at the ratio of men to women, how are they going to get laid anyway?
Well, yeah, maybe, but maybe, mate.
How are you going to get laid when you've got fucking 3 ugly women and fucking 400 fucking blokes that have all got their trousers pulled up to their nipples who have never had sex? Hey, who's going to get fucking laid? You've got all these fucking geezers fucking all staring at these 3 women like they want to actually just have sex with them. Mate, basically, Toshi, these guys are clowns, bruv, yeah? And a man like Daniel Krawitz, mate, taking a piss out of me over that book. I'm proud of myself that I didn't make him cry at CoinGeek in 2017, whenever it was. I'm actually proud of myself, for being nice to him.
2017, jeepers. What?
I think so, yeah. I think
it was 7 years ago.
I know. And look what's happened to the value of your BSV since then.
Yeah.
He shit its bum out. Right, and everyone's lost their money. And what annoys me, Toshi, right, is that we should be allowed to discuss that openly and freely and just have some fun like we've done today and just discuss it. But you get chastised for it by some people who, no, you're not allowed to talk about that. Shut the fuck up. I'll talk about what I want, is my answer. That's my answer. So if Craig ever says to me, it's not about the price. My answer's going to be, look him in the eye. Yeah, it's about the price. Fuck you. That's my answer.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is about a price. Even Craig admitted that in 2017. He knows it.
Of course it is, Toshi. Of course it is. But he's tried to school us lot into saying it's not about the price. So when he's fucked us in court...
But that's right? At the end of the day it is. I mean, like I said on my show, like literally price is the end result of all the hard work, effort and investment that has gone in prior. It's therefore...
Fucking hard work.
It is.
What hard work?
Mate,
what hard work?
Mate, scaling this technology.
Shut up.
Mate, seriously.
It's hard work. You don't even know what hard work is, do you?
Well, it was specialty. Yeah, I mean, mate, there's the best in the business scaling this technology in BSV.
Where are they?
No one else can do it.
So where are the people scaling this technology then? Where are they?
Well, the Terranode team.
Oh, I don't fucking crock of wank, mate. He's a crock of wank, Toshi. Where is it?
Mate, I see it. I watched the Terranode testing, mate. It's pretty amazing.
Because you want a Lambo as well, right? And I don't blame you. So obviously you're going to have to back the Terranode people up, but there are certainly no transactions that's going to fill the Terranode, and there's no businesses on it. And to be fair, Toshi, I reckon for the next 2 or 3 years, anyone who goes into a business meeting, I've got friends who work in, people who aren't well known, yeah, that work in the BSV circle, like you were saying before, right? And the feedback that one of the girls was giving me was when we're saying about a BSV in meetings, people are coming out with like they're not very keen to work with it, because presumably they all sort of know what's happened in court and all that shit. Is the feedback I'm getting, or some of it anyway. You know.
Yeah.
So the reputation's in tatters, Toshi, mate. The reputation's in tatters at the moment, right?
It is, but that's why the price is down, and that's why the profitability of the chain can be managed. I mean, Calvin is still scooping up more coins than he could ever have imagined, with Tower like 54% of the transaction for the hash rate. It's massive.
Yeah, I know, but then at what expense though, right? So he's picking up all the coins, but he's losing all. You know, the block rewards are shit, Toshi.
Yeah, but Calvin, like I said, Calvin is a shrewd businessman. If he couldn't see this, he would have just literally dumped it, because he's got no obligation. He's a billionaire. He's got no obligation to anything.
Yeah, but I reckon he's lost about $1 billion of that by knowing Craig Wright. That's cost him $1 billion, because I know he had to buy fucking N-Chain that he didn't want to buy, but then some idiot employed Aga Hansen, didn't they? Like, what, you know. And the thing is, like, no one will say, like, how did Aga Hansen get employed in N-Chain? Like, no one asks that question, and no one will do a show on it, because they're fucking bottle jobs, Toshi, right? Yeah. But they could have had 100,000 views on how was Aga Hansen employed by N-Chain. Could have been 100,000 views, but no one wants them, because instead, like, people like Gavin want to talk about fucking Terranode and shit. It's no good, Toshi. Right? People want to know how Aga Hansen ended up in N-Chain on 3 million, and how that ended up in Calvin having to buy fucking N-Chain for $500 million, right? Now, when Calvin had to buy $500 million, we made the conclusion when we were discussing it ages ago, well, that's quite savvy because he gets the patents, but then one of the patents got revoked, right? So then you start thinking, if you're Calvin, shit.
But that was a new application that Van Pelt got rejected.
I know. They haven't all been rejected, Toshi, right? I'm not saying they've all been rejected, right? Obviously, a lot of them will go through. But I'm just saying that if you was in a position where you literally spent all your money on thinking, now I've got to spend $500 million of my money on this idiot because someone employed that guy that had already scammed everyone at Algorand. Like, how stupid are Craig and Stefan? Like, how people stupid are they?
Yeah, but I don't know if Craig had anything to do with that.
Mate, he was the N-Chain man, right? And then he would have definitely discussed it with Stefan Matthews, yeah? And then Stefan in the court case said, we checked him out. No, you fucking didn't check him out, you lazy fucking joker. When did you check him out? Because if you checked him out, you would have seen that he's done Algorand, right? He was a known scammer. And then Stefan in the court thing said he checked him out. Well, how stupid are you then, Stefan? Like, well, did you miss the fucking boat or something? Do you understand what I mean, Toshi? I don't understand these things, because when you actually think about them and you think, well, you ask the question, how did Aga Hansen get an N-Chain? It's like everyone just puts their fingers in their ears and goes, la, 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 not allowed to talk about it, la, 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 Terranode. No, I want to know how Aga Hansen got employed in N-Chain and who it was that employed him on that money and in that position. I want to know as a BSV investor, right? but you're not allowed to ask. It's pathetic, Toshi. It's no good, in my opinion, right? And it's just my opinion, so it mustn't be taken too seriously, but that is my opinion. I still don't understand how the hell an Aga Hansen got in N-Chain. Do you?
Well, I mean, I can see in my mind how he got it, and you know, whoever did it would have egg on their face now. I'm sure they regret it.
Of course, yeah, of course, exactly. Right, and then you know, with the court case and that, Toshi, like, I think some of you are delusional, yeah, on how you're approaching it, and if you honestly think that he's playing 36D chess, getting spanked and spanked and spanked and spanked in court, I honestly think some of you need to go to the doctors, bruv, and get checked out, because all he's ever done is get bummed in court. Apart from these appeals that no one cares about, that never get out.
He won the Ara climbing case. He won the
yeah, but who cares?
copyright.
Who cares?
He won the copyright case.
Did that get out on social media, or did that get out anywhere? Did that get out in the world of finance?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it got out in the Times, the Guardian, Daily Mail.
Then what about him being a fraud? Did that get out? Yes, everywhere, mate.
Well, yeah, but that's like the media mafia that we're against.
Well, that's what I mean. But if he had respect for social media in the first place, yeah, then I'm pretty sure that you know, he could have addressed that. Like Elon Musk, obviously, he's got respect for social media. Elon Musk understands how important social media is in this day and age. That's why he bought Twitter, I believe. You know, to enhance his.
Yeah, there is that. But I mean, no one's perfect. So I'm saying, I mean, Calvin doesn't post any pictures of him with the ladies anymore.
Crap, mate. Calvin's crap on social media. Yeah, he's crap. Yeah. You know, I'm starting to wonder, like someone was asking this morning, like, is Calvin the guy with the brains or not? Because, you know, for me, he's a poor judge of character. You know, if you're choosing people like Cucker Jr. to go ahead and sort out the fucking social media, you've got to be pretty stupid. I
don't think that's Calvin doing that.
But it's his money that's paying for it, yeah?
True.
Well, you know, Toshi, if it was me and you, and it was our money paying for a clown, I'd take you out for lunch, brother, and I'd say, listen.
He's not. He
is a clown, mate. He's blocked me and Ben. He's blocked me and Ben.
Well, is that because you called him a clown?
Well, for nothing, because he's a sensitive little BSV petal that blocks everyone like you, because you're all sensitive little petal.
Mate, I've got. I'm not ashamed to block people, mate. I'll just block. I'll block people all day long.
You said my blockchain was no good. I hate you now.
Block.
That's you lot. That's no good, Toshi.
Mate,
you do what you want, mate.
Block,
fair enough.
Block.
I respect your opinion, but in my opinion, it's really sad. But
mate, you're lucky you're not blocked.
Mate, I've blocked you. I think I've blocked you. I don't block you, Toshi, but you know, I think all this blocking of each other and all that is born of frustration, right? A lot of it's born of, you know, niggling frustration. Where we've tried stuff, isn't it? We tried stuff. We tried to do stuff. We didn't get the support that we could have had, as in me and you and Shem, right? You know, we're doing well, but we didn't get sort of pushed in the support we could have had. I mean, to be fair,
that was a massively missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think for BSV, massive. But like I say, because they don't respect social media, Toshi, and they don't understand it, like anyone who respected and understood social media would have pushed us big time and would have been massive by now.
Yeah, but c'est la vie, mate, you know.
I know, c'est la vie, but instead we got Kurt Cucker Jr. and Alex Moon. And in my opinion, they are ineffective people, right? You know, they're both overweight, yeah. And no, but do you know what I mean, Toshi? Like, you're sorry, but you look at these people and you think, you know, you don't even care about yourself. You're a mess. Yeah, you look like you're going to have a heart attack, and that's going for Kurt and Alex. I mean, Kurt sorted himself out now recently, yeah. But when you're a man like me who's fit and healthy, right, who's got a six-pack at 45, you look at men like that and you think, look at that little runt, man. He can't do anything for me. You ain't going to get no social media numbers from me. You ain't going to get my business out there. You ain't going to get my blockchain out there. You're just a fat bloke who doesn't care, mate, who's got nothing to offer, no energy, right, who's spending all Calvin Ayre's money on steak dinners. That's all they do. They take Calvin Ayre's money and they spend it on steak dinners, Toshi.
Yeah, but
right?
Lucky them. I mean, if Calvin wants to pay him to continue doing that, that's on him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, Toshi. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I mean, I believe that's how they're all sort of operating. They are taking the piss out of Calvin, but Calvin's too stupid to see any of it, and too rich to see any of it, and he's probably put idiots in charge that are, you know, can you make sure they're doing their job, and these idiots are probably playing the same game, you know. So I suppose you know, when you look at Calvin, maybe he's just too laissez-faire to do things properly and get the right people in. You know,
Yeah,
because
maybe.
Kurt Walker Jr. has had zero effect on BSV social media. His right-hand man or his wifey, Alexa, he has done absolutely nothing. He has done absolutely nothing apart from talk, 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 and set up a little stand at a CoinGeek, which no one went to, right? And then when you look at the CoinGeek numbers, if you as you pointed out before, Toshi, they're terrible, man. They're terrible.
Yeah,
Right?
that is bad.
Really
It's
bad.
ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying, dude? So I just, it's been a refreshing conversation today, Toshi, hasn't it? Because like I said before, we've disagreed on things and we've agreed on things. I think we both agree, as an entrepreneur, I cannot use BTC. Agreed?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't use it, Toshi. I can't. Until they bring something out where I can ping round micropayments on BTC, I can't use it, can I?
They'll never do that.
Well, I don't think so. And I honestly think now, Toshi, that the micropayments ship has sailed. Yeah. And then what's really sad is that when you talk to people like Ben, yeah, we were really excited about micropayments, and that was really the how can I put it, the coup de grace of our business, yeah. The fact that we were doing micropayments, and then when PayPal said, "Oh well, you know, we can do them as well." Oh mate, what a kick in the fucking ball bag, bruv.
Yeah.
That's like Alan Shearer volleying your fucking ball bag in the top corner. It really was, because we thought that what was exciting for me as an entrepreneur, Toshi, as I remember telling you at the time, was the fact, hey mate, we've sent micropayments all over the world today. That was mad,
Yeah.
right? And we were getting letters from people in some obscure countries that I've never heard of. And do you know what they were saying to us, Toshi? Hey mate, you've changed my life. They were saying to us. I'm like, hey, you changed what? Oh, you've changed my life. Because today I've earned £6. And £6 where I come from, you know, I'm like a fucking local king or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was all quite a nice thing when they were saying that to us. I was quite proud of that. You know, I was quite proud that there were other people of our strength of our business that were doing well. Yeah, you know, it was a nice thing to go through that, Toshi. You know, have people like that saying to us, "Thank you so much. He's working really well. My family, this, that, and the other." But like I say, mate, I don't think the ecosystem was ever there. And as Ben does point out, Toshi, Nick, he says to me, "Listen, if we had got to this point and we'd have carried on, we would have been obliterated in that court case." And I think he's right.
Yeah.
I think he's right. You know, sorry, Toshi, but I think he's right. And I keep apologising to you because I know you're right behind all these guys and that, and I do respect that, Toshi. I'm not going to just turn my back on your opinions. I respect your opinions wholeheartedly. I will listen to them, and I'm not going to even sit there and go, "You're wrong, you're wrong." It's not like that. You've got an opinion. I respect it. You've respected mine. You know, we've had a bit of a laugh and that. Brilliant.
Mate, well, mate, I'm up for doing this on a more regular basis if you want to, you know, have a balanced
Mate,
discussion.
I'd love to, Toshi. Honestly, I've enjoyed it today, chatting to you. We'll have a chat on that. And I honestly think you do what you want, but
Well, let's get some guests on, mate. You know, cause a ruckus.
mate, you get some guests on if you want. But if you want to have a ruckus, mate, get BSV guests on and let me go to town on them. Yeah, get Craig and Calvin on and let me go to town on them single-handedly, mate. You'll see a fucking ruckus, I tell you.
Yeah, mate. Mate, we get pay-per-view on that one.
Mate, honestly, again, I don't like telling people what to do, Toshi, but I do reckon like there's views to be had with the right narratives and the right angles, but no one's taking them. No one's being brave. You know, like even asking the question, like today, you know, we're sort of asking the question is, you know, two BSV guys are talking here. Is Craig a fraud? Like that as a title would be nice, but it doesn't have to obviously spill into the whole ethos of the conversation, does it? That can just be the one that pulls all the customers in. And I think people get just bored of the same repetition all the time, Toshi, of people just saying the same stuff. Oh, Terranode works and all that. Yeah. You know, I think a lot of people, you might get a few views off this one because we've been a couple of arseholes today, haven't we? Pretty much.
Mate, we've been doing it's 1.5 hours now, mate.
No, come on. Yeah, I've got to go in town anyway, man. I've got to go in town in a sec. Yeah.
All right, mate.
I've loved it, mate. It's good to catch up with you. It's a shame what's happened, Toshi, if you ask me. And your verve is still there. It's nice to see, but I think you're delusional, fam.
That's all right, mate. You know, I respect your opinion.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And I appreciate you listening to that. And it's all good, Toshi, isn't it?
All right, mate. It's been awesome. And then we'll catch up again soon, mate.
Mate, loved it. Let's do it Friday or something like that, yeah.
Sounds good.
I've got work Thursday, but Friday we'll go, man. We'll do Friday. We'll have a laugh and that, yeah.
All right, mate. Sounds good.
You're good. Thank you very much for having me on, Toshi. I appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome. It's been fun. I'll catch you later, mate.
Catch you in a second.
See you, mate. Bye.
See you, mate.